So when we started this series, I had a plan, an agenda to cover the things that you needed to know so that you could learn how to program, hopefully, in C. And I think I've accomplished that. We covered a lot of topics, so from beginning to end, and everything that if you watch the whole series, everything that you learn will get you up and running with C. There was a lot of things that we didn't cover. There was so many things we didn't cover. But if you comment on this video and you let me know that you want a part two, I will create a part two. If you enjoyed this video series, let me know. If I get enough comments, at least, I don't know, 14, 15, I'll make another video series because there was a lot of things I didn't cover. C is a lot bigger language than just what I covered. And if you comment and you want more videos on C, if enough people are watching, then I'll go ahead and make the series. If not, I'll likely just leave it as is and I can make some recommendations. So there's a lot of sites where you can get more help, like Tutorials Point. There's so many videos online that you can watch, and hopefully I brought a different flavor, a different angle. Not everyone enjoys things the same way, or maybe not everyone enjoys from the same teacher. So with this series, hopefully you got a lot out of it. Hopefully you learned some things. There was a lot of topics that I didn't cover, and I just chose not to cover them because I think they were, well, one was pressed for time. The other was that they just get a little advanced. So I think the whole video series came out to about something like 400 minutes, which is about what 60 times 7. It's almost 7 hours worth of material. So you can actually take a few days, learn all this within a week and be able to do it. But of course that may not get you far. If you'd like to see some challenges though, I can recommend some challenges and I can post them. Just comment on the video. I'll even create the challenges and write the test for the challenges, so you can go ahead and do them, and I can share the code on REPL IT, and then you just go fill them out, and then you can do the challenge. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I can certainly create all the challenges that you need for this. Also, if you have any questions in regards to what C can be used for, what you can do with it, how do you talk to different things, how do you talk to different APIs. C's still quite popular with embedded programming because those languages really need something really lightweight, and C fits that requirement to be lightweight and to allow you to use it in certain devices. There's other languages that do that as well now because we have more memory, we have more space, and we just hardware is just getting that much better. But C still has its place. You can create a lot of cool things with it. We can do some advanced series if you're interested. One thing that I want to do with this series was just to learn how to make better videos and how to just record everything better, and hopefully the quality's gotten better. I hope it'll get even better than that as I learn the process and just get better. So anyway, just to wrap that up, if you watched the entire series, congratulations. If you didn't and you're interested, go ahead and watch them. You can learn C just by watching this, and you can learn enough to do some, pretty cool things with it. Now, one thing about it is I chose C because I was tutoring a student in C, and so I decided, why not make some videos? And it just kind of started let me just go ahead and start. Let me go ahead and do a series on this, and it just kind of, picked up speed on its own. But in reality, if I was going to learn programming at this point, if I was going to spend my time programming, learning how to program, and I was a new beginner, I wouldn't choose C. If I was a computer science student and I was going to college and I was majoring in computer science, definitely I would pick up C. But if I wanted to be productive, there's many better languages than C. C#, Java, JavaScript, and one of the big ones is Python. I have a series sort of completed on Python, and if you're interested in that, let me know. I think I'm going to do the videos over again though, because I have to break down my tutorials into smaller pieces, and I plan to do a series on Python. I'd have to get refreshed on it because it's been a while since I did Python, but certainly Python is a lot more useful than it's not that it's more useful, it's just more readily available. It's like the difference between having a specialized tool for doing things and having a more generic tool. Python is very generic. It's not as fast as C. If you really needed something lightweight, Python, well, it's sort of lightweight, but at the same time, it relies actually on C because it's interpreted and all those things. But it's very powerful. So if you're interested in a tutorial on Python, let me know, and I will go ahead and push that up. I don't think it would take very long. Python is very lightweight, very small, very compact. So if you want to do something really useful, if I was going to start something right now, if I was going to start learning how to program, I would pick Python. If I wanted to get a job as a programmer, I'd probably pick JavaScript, because JavaScript is just so in demand right now. So it just all depends on what you want to do and what you want to learn. For some of us, the whole enjoyment is just programming. So it really doesn't matter what language. I actually enjoyed this series. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because it allowed me to really get back down to basics. Sometimes you get so caught up in producing enterprise applications and making things work and just churning out something working. And I didn't have to do that with this. I just had to play around with it, toy around with it. It was like I was like a cat with a ball of yarn. I just having fun with it, and that's the whole joy of it. And if you like the program, if you enjoy it, then you would find that C would be fun to learn. But at the same time, it does take a lot of trial and error. You saw me error through the video sometimes, and I coded in a way that I was doing it live. A lot of the times that I didn't have the code done prior, I was just doing it, and you'd see errors and you see compile errors. And really, even in the real world, that's how you program. You write code, you make it fail, you have errors, and you fix them and you recompile. And computers are fast now where you can do that. Now, you want to do that in small pieces because you don't want to write really large modules of code and then get to the end and do that. And I've done that at times with, like for example, in the current project that I'm on, I think I coded for several days before, I actually ran the code. Well, it was compiling because I could see the errors. I could compile, but at the same time I wasn't running it, and I was running maybe some unit tests, but for a lot of that, there's nothing you can really test because it all depended on, having a database, and at times the only thing I had was specifications for the database, but I didn't actually have a database, so there was little I could do in terms of real integration testing. So, but if you have questions, I appreciate questions. This is the Beginning Programmer channel, so if you're trying to get into the field, if you're trying to learn about it, even if you're curious, send me your questions, and I'll shoot a video out, so to answer your questions. So, I think it would be good for both of us. It'll give me content to provide, and I can answer some questions, and hopefully they'll help you on your journey. So if you watch the series, thanks for watching. If you haven't watched the series and you're interested in programming, I did it, but I highly recommend it. So what can I say? It's my first baby that I put out there, and first production from beginning to end. I'm closing out the series now, and until next time, I hope you watch, if not this series, and then maybe some upcoming series. If you would like to see something explained, some other series, hey, if I get enough comments and requests, I'll do it. I'm all for it. And if you ever need some tutoring, counseling, consulting, anything like that in regards to programming, software engineering, hey, yeah, we can get on Skype or Google Video. I don't mind, I always like to help and share and do that. I know I do the tutoring for fees, but even if it's not, we can get online and just, maybe you're seeking advice for your kids. Maybe they want to go into technology. I like to promote it because I think there's so many opportunities in the software engineering field. Not just software engineering, but anything IT related, IT, security. I mean, that's big. Yeah, you see every other day someone's getting hacked, some information's getting stolen. So, I mean, it's not going away anywhere. And, automation, yes, it's coming, but at the same time, someone still has to write that software. Someone still has to do the work. So, you know, it's a big open field. It's a big opportunity, and I mean, honestly, at the top of the food chain, at the top of the wage earners, you have, of course, I'm not even going to get into the top people. I'm talking about like TV personalities and celebrities and stars and stuff like that. I'm not even going to that level, but I'm talking about the people making, 100, mid 100s to 200s household income. It's a really good opportunity to do this. Now, you get into the doctors, okay, those are the highest, but remember, doctors make good money, but they acquire a lot of debt. So, a lot of times doctors have $300,000 just as student loan debt, and it is a big challenge to pay that off. Now, software engineering can, if you get into debt with student loans, you can also end up with, a bad hand. But there's ways you can do it. There's ways you can teach yourself. And really, a lot of times employers nowadays, well, some employers don't even care if you have a degree or not. They care if you can do the work. Just to give you an idea, a few days ago, I interviewed someone for a position, and they had a master's degree, they had a bachelor's degree, and I would have hired them on for entry level, but I would not have been able to hire them for even a mid-level salary or anything like that. They just didn't know enough, or maybe they just didn't prepare well enough for the interview. So technically, they couldn't do the job that the position was for. So, and that's just the way it is sometimes. So it's just as important to know. Certainly, a degree never hurts. Sometimes you need a degree for certain things. Sometimes you can get away with just the knowledge. I know a lot of programmers that haven't had a degree, so sometimes it's hard for them to get in the field. But the way technology is growing and the way everything's growing, I mean, it's time for everybody to wake up and really embrace it and go for it. Because you know what? We're having a lot of people coming in from other countries, visas and everything else. And, because there's a shortage, But in reality, the shortage is because, people are not keeping up. And the thing about it, too, is that if you do come into this field, it's something that you're going to have to continue learning, continue working, because technology changes. Yesterday's tools are no longer good today. Now the things and concepts that you learn from them can carry on, but if you're not keeping up, then you might not be able to keep up in the profession. So something to keep in mind. So anyway, I'll just close out the series by saying there's a lot more material that I can cover and see. There's a lot of things that I purposely avoided and saved for later, if that later ever happens. If you're interested, like I said, let me know. I will create them if I get enough requests. If you have any questions on anything, or even if you want me to explain a programming problem, go ahead, comment on any of the videos. You can reach me on those videos. You can also reach me at beginningprogrammer.com@gmail.com. I know it's kind of counterintuitive because it's beginningprogrammer.com@gmail.com, but you can reach me there, and you can also reach me at beginningprogrammer.com, and you can find me there and contact me or any one of the videos. If you have questions, anything, any help, any way I can help, I'm here, and a lot of times you're not going to get that. Sometimes, professionals are too busy doing what they do, so, I would enjoy it. Thanks for watching.